What's up, everybody? This is Jeff with Altcoin Buzz. So I'm having to make this video following the Airswap video. I'm not just going to talk about Airswap here, but I want to get this going. This is going to be a video about some of the things that have taken place today, from Mark Zuckerberg all the way down to the Binance situation and some news about Tron. So this is like evening news for cryptocurrency. But before I get started, I wanted to kind of point out something that I've observed that recently happened with this Airswap. So someone pointed it out. Where was it? Okay, so Arbiterline. He said, minutes after you post this video, the coin doubled. You have influence now and fell 60% down. Maybe you did not intentionally, but this is definitely indeed PND caused by you. Okay. All right. So I don't think he's saying that we're pumping and dumping intentionally, like he said, and that's not what I'm intending to do. But I could, as you know, I don't know who's watching this channel and whatnot. So, but because we can't control who's watching our channel and tuning in. But what we can control is our habits of investing and whatnot. So if you missed our video about Airswap, you can go back, as our previous video we talked about Airswap. When it was, let's see, AST, right? So we talked about it when it was down here, and then see this spike. They're saying this came from us, which it probably did, and I'm not trying to deny that. It didn't come from me because the amount of money that I put in was not, I think I got like 2,000 of them at 76 cents, and that's just full transparency. I literally got 2,000 of them. Okay, so I wouldn't be able to move 2,000 of these. Would only be $2,000, and that wouldn't be able to make an impact on a $160 million market cap. Now that doesn't mean that someone out there in our audience isn't watching who's got big pockets and just throws a whole bunch of money at this. So, all right, so it wasn't me that pulled big money out right after that, right? So we already know it's not Jeff. But that doesn't mean that that automatically means everyone's safe. So people watching in the audience might have big money, throwing big money at this thing, thinking that other people are going to jump in, and then they pull the money out quick. So they pull the rug. So someone might be out there pulling the rug from underneath people. So what I'm suggesting is this. When I make a video, if you decide to jump in, make sure you confirm that the tech is what you like and that you see a long-term potential in it. If it goes up and down over the next couple days, don't panic, because you're in it to hold, okay? This is a holding position. We're saying that it's got such a low market cap that it will move up from here because we're in a bull market. So if the price fluctuates like it has been, let's see where it's at now. Okay, see, it's 107 and 98, so it's fluctuating. There's people out here, some of you guys in the audience out there moving the price right now. And obviously, it's not me, because if I was, how would I be making? I'd be making this video right now, right? So, just bear in mind when you do jump into a position like that. I mean, $12 million just came out. Yeah, 12 million just came out. It went from 160 to 148. So, there's people out there watching these videos that have big money. So, I'm putting this out to you, the little guys like me. I mean, I think we're gonna go. All of us are going to, because we're pioneers, we're going big places, right? I mean, let's just say that, right? We know we're going to big places, and we know that some of you guys are going to be potential whales yourself. But right now, you can see how people who are whales, who've been making big money with this, are just manipulating the market and taking advantage of these pumps. Don't be a weak hand, is what I'm saying. Hold. Don't be a weak hand. Once you determine that this is a cryptocurrency that you like for the long run, then whatever it does right now, like right now, whatever it's doing doesn't affect me. In fact, if this thing went lower than what I bought in at, I would be more than stoked, because I would buy back in. I would buy more, is what I'm saying. So the fact that it's going up, it doesn't affect me at all. Like I haven't made any money until I sell it, and I'm sure not going to sell it when it goes to 115 or 107. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm not getting in a position to pump and dump. That's stupid. It's just stupid. It makes no sense to me. I'm investing in this project, and I'm looking to see it go over $1 billion, and then see how fast it gets to how fast it gets to $1 billion. And once it goes past $1 billion, you know, how high over a billion it'll go. You know, that's kind of the way I'm looking at it. So all this stuff about people, whoever's out there watching these videos, pumping it or putting big money in and then pulling it out, whatever you got to do, man. If that's how you want to be doing it, not how I like to roll, and I don't think our audience really appreciates that. So, whoever it is out there, however many of you are, I mean, you can do whatever you want. It's not up to me, but it definitely is not appreciated by the people who are investing in this. But the best thing you guys can do, and the best thing that I can do, and you guys can do, in the event that these things are happening, is number one, when it goes to astronomical levels. I don't think we're at astronomical levels yet, but don't buy in. Like, once it gets to a certain high, don't FOMO into it. You know, if it goes real high, but with this low market cap, I mean, even if you did buy right now and it went down to 72 cents or 58 cents or whatever, don't panic. Don't panic. Okay, even if you buy a 98, because you haven't technically lost until you press sell. So be in this thing for 6 months. Say, hey, I'm willing to be in this for 6 months. Unless you're truly trying to day trade, then don't even really watch my videos, because I'm not talking about day trading here. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is Mark Zuckerberg. He's studying cryptocurrency, which could help Facebook catch Asian rivals. All right, so people are talking about the fact that Facebook is now talking about cryptocurrency. Now, it's interesting. I don't think that he's going to jump onto Bitcoin's bandwagon because of what happened with him and the Winklevoss twins, but I don't know for a fact. Now, with that being said, which cryptocurrencies would Facebook be looking at? Would it be a Ripple? Would it be a Litecoin? Or would Mark be like trying to pull out one of these like low level ones that have great tech but are just not getting the recognition, maybe like a Red Coin or a Kin or something like that? Now, that would be cool of him, but typically, I don't know, maybe it's Litecoin, but I don't see how a Litecoin could have a utility. It would probably have to be a coin with so many tokens, because Facebook already has billions of people on there, like 7 billion people on their app. So the cryptocurrency that Facebook would probably have to integrate would have to have a lot of tokens, maybe like even 100, like maybe even 1 trillion tokens. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them take on something like that more than they would a Litecoin, or definitely a Bitcoin, which is rivals the. I'm not saying he's rivals with them because I don't really know, but anyway. So here's a post from Mark. He posted this earlier. You can see he says he's taking on a personal challenge. He talks as though he is a responsible global citizen who really cares about you guys. And I don't know if that's talk or if that's true, but if he's saying it, he probably means it. So let's take a look here at what he said. There are important counter trends to this, like encryption and cryptocurrency, that take power from centralized systems and put it back into people's hands. But they come with risk of being harder to control. I'm interested to go deeper and study the positive and negative aspects of these technologies and how best to use them in our services. This will be a serious year of self-improvement, and I'm looking forward to learning from working to fix our issues together. Now, from me, I think it would be great if Facebook involved a cryptocurrency that's already established instead of trying to create their own cryptocurrency. But whatever they do, we'll see what happens, because if they do create their own cryptocurrency, then that's even more centralized, which is like they're keeping everything very centralized to themselves. So we'll see where that goes, right? Anyways, moving right along here. So you've got people want in on crypto so bad that exchange desk can't keep up with the demand. So this whole thing, you guys being pioneers, it's proving to be pretty true. I mean, you can see that there's so much demand for cryptocurrency that these exchanges can't even keep up. Coinbase can't keep up. Binance can't keep up. Bittrex. I mean, it just keeps growing and growing. You almost wonder why they're not already prepared. How did they not have enough foresight to know this would happen? And maybe they did, but it's a great opportunity for some of these newer exchanges that are coming up to really make a name for themselves. So maybe that's the positive that comes from it. to where there's true decentralization with many exchanges. Now that doesn't work very well if you're trying to be at one exchange, but then again, they say you shouldn't hold all your currencies on just one exchange. You should spread out your currencies in multiple different places in case something were to happen to one exchange. Not all of your assets are at risk. Not all your liquidity is at risk. So that's kind of the benefit to having multiple different exchanges, even though it's frustrating. But I'd like to see KuCoin make a run at it. I'd like to see some of these other exchanges. Unfortunately, Cause, I couldn't get anything going with that. I mean, I've been trying to get it going, but maybe it's because their server's offline, but I couldn't even access their exchange. So we'll see where that goes. Here's the news from Binance. Binance will temporarily disable new user registrations. Like I said before, guys, get on Twitter, guys. Get on Twitter if you're not already there. I mean, I don't know where else you get in the news for these cryptocurrencies, but Twitter is definitely the leader. Due to an overwhelming surge in popularity, Binance will have to temporarily disable new user registrations to allow for an infrastructure upgrade. We apologize for any inconvenience caused. Thank you for support, Binance team. This is exactly what's happening with Bittrex. Bittrex is having the same problem, and I've heard a lot of problems with Coinbase. So it's a big year for for cryptocurrency. I think 2017 was definitely a big year, and I wouldn't be surprised if 2018 becomes an even bigger year, which means that all you guys who've been in it since, a couple months ago are the early adopters. Even though you're not even really the early adopters, you're still part of the 1%. As we go towards 5 to 10%, and then we go on to 50%, and then we get, who knows how long it will take for everyone to start using cryptocurrency. Maybe that'll take 20 years, 30 years, but maybe it'll happen sooner. We'll see. We just don't know. So Binance out of Hong Kong, Tokyo. There's not very many American exchanges. The only one that I really know of that's an American exchange, I guess you could call Coinbase an American exchange, but Poloniex is really the only American exchange, and they don't really hold many of the coins. So if you're looking to follow us on Twitter, you can also. AltcoinBuzz.io. At least Twitter's website moves fast, right? Yeah, so I said we're going for a ride. But the big thing that I wanted to point out is just, if this thing starts shooting up crazy, if these coins, see now it's up to 113, it's just fluctuating. I mean, you can see there's someone's in here pumping and dumping it, and they keep pumping and dumping it. So you're still safe at this range because if you believe it's going to be a big coin, but it is at an all-time high, and I'd say probably if you've already missed the boat, probably stay off the boat until it stabilizes a little bit, because there's someone on here playing with big money, and they're moving it around on us, and it's not really cool, and I don't think any of you guys appreciate it, and I think it's just I don't think it's cool to be taking people's money like that, in the sense that you're just trying to take advantage of weak hands and newbies. I guess though newbies got to learn some way. So I mean it's like saying like crying because a lion ate a wildebeest. It's like, hey man, this is what they say, it's a dog eat dog world out there, right? But as you can see, I'm not the one pumping and dumping it. I mean, I'm making this video live right here, and you're seeing the price pump and dump consistently. And it's obviously not me. And it's not like I've hired some day trader behind the scenes or have some AI going, hey AI, go on to Binance. I don't even think you can add an AI to Binance. So there's obviously someone out there who's watching this channel, and now that you guys know about it, I'm letting you guys know, because yeah, there are people out there that will do that kind of stuff. I don't know who it is. I don't know. How am I supposed to know? I don't know. I don't even do I talk to you, the person who's hearing me say this right now? No. So how would I know what you're doing? But I will say this. Let's take a look here and see what it's doing. 109 now. So I just like this cryptocurrency. If you do too, then maybe that's why you took out a position. But we'll see what's going on, guys. Anyways, this is Jeff with Altcoin Buzz. If you're new here, you can subscribe. If you've been subscribed, you can get notifications by clicking that bell. Definitely follow us on Instagram, where we're growing a community. We actually got this Airswap shout out, Altcoin Army here. All right, guys, we'll see you guys next time.